Everyone remembers the first time they saw Elvey Farm. Set amongst 75 acres of Kentish countryside, it's a medieval farmstead in a truly magical setting. Time stands still here. Ancient buildings have survived 7 centuries, and sheep still graze in the paddocks. People fall in love with this place. Simon and I did when we first saw it back in 2006.
I remember driving down the lane and coming to the bottom of the lane and thinking, wow, this place looks beautiful.
It was a glorious day, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was a lovely sunny day, and the place just looked really pretty.
Yeah. We kind of fell in love with it immediately, didn't we? And then we went back home and we sort of got our computers out, our laptops out, and just worked out how on earth we could afford to do it. And we priced up everything, didn't we? From soaps to toilet rolls to sausages to bacon, and every now and again one of us would slam our fists down and say, no, we can't do it, we shouldn't do it, and then the other person would try a bit harder and crunch the numbers again, and eventually we went
and we
for
had
it.
so many spreadsheets with different things on it. It was quite sad, really.
Our plan was mammoth: to convert the farm into a 4-star guest house, restaurant and wedding venue. But when we first arrived on site, the condition of the farm was far worse than we'd remembered.
There's a hole in the wall.
Wherever we looked, things were falling apart, broken, neglected. It was a major project. Work began in the cold and frosty January of 2007, and boy did we work. Elvey Farm had been run as a B&B and self-catering guest house since the early 80s, but it was in serious need of an overhaul. First job, to pull out those 80s kitchens. Then every tile came out of the old bathrooms. We were putting in central heating, hot water, 7 new bathrooms, 4 living rooms. Oh, and did I mention we were also renovating an oast house too? And we'd given ourselves just 2 months. It got to sort of yesterday, and we realised that we hadn't really done much in terms of all the bedrooms and everything. We realised there was still so much more to do. I mean, there's just so many rooms, it's not true. And we thought, well, you know, here we are 5 days in, and what have we achieved? We still haven't really started in any of the bathrooms. But suddenly today, it's really come on a spurt. I think we both realised we really needed to pull our finger out. So it's now 10 to 8, the dinner's nearly ready, and we're doing all right. By this time tomorrow, I reckon all the bathrooms will be out, all the kitchens will be out. You just start this disabled room. We're doing all right. There were problems, major problems. Deliveries were late and arrived wrong. It's frustrating when work's delayed because of a simple mix-up with deliveries. Tempers were frayed.
So run through what they've got wrong.
Well, they didn't deliver the RV shower system. They haven't delivered the 2 shower mixers that go with the baths. And they've delivered 3 sets of feet, 2 of which are wrong and 1 of which... So I wanted 2 sets of feet. They delivered 3 and 2 of them are wrong.
So what's he said?
And then there's the 2 seats, which was one's missing and one's the wrong sort of seat, and then the cracked and the marked system. So he's spoken to the store and he's just about to fire off an email to them complaining, and he's going to get it sorted and hopefully have them here within the next 2-3 days.
What happens if they don't arrive?
He's given me his number.
What happens if they don't arrive?
Then I ring up my bollock them.
What happens if it doesn't work?
I don't know. I'll pass over to you.
The weather was against us from the start. The snow fell, and the only one who seemed to be enjoying themselves was Scooby. Our first guests were due on the 1st of March, just 2 months after we moved in. Looking back on it, it was an insane schedule, and we put in long, fraught and frustrating hours.
Most of the time I thought, what the hell have we done in those first few weeks when we were working really long hours to pull the place apart, and it just seemed to be looking worse rather than better. I think the worst bit was probably when I took some tiles off the wall and the whole wall came down with it, and then there was a pipe that burst and I got really wet, which wasn't fun.
Somehow, we made it. 7 beautiful rooms, little suites with living rooms, contemporary bathrooms, stunning bedrooms. 2 years down the line, we're still amazed at what we did. Next time on Elvey Farm TV, Kentish cooking the old-fashioned way, and Elvey Farm gears up for some new arrivals.